All right, never mind. We're live. We're going to be live in a sec. So. Oh, God.
Says we're live.
It does? Well, why aren't I seeing, like, I should be seeing a live panel where I can see.
Live on YouTube. Webinars are streaming live on YouTube.
All right, we're live. Great.
I'll check. I'll go on YouTube and double check while you're.
Okay, never mind. Here we are. Here's my thing. Okay, we are. You're right.
All right. Okay.
You're 100% right. Okay, so hey, thank you for coming over here. This is just literally, we're just going to do the readings that we just did a show in the Leak Project. I suggest you go watch it if you have not, on Charles Manson's chart. So I am going to make a detailed one on this channel too. So, but we are not going to do any other readings besides the readings that we just did. So there's a few in there. So if you donated over in the Leak Project, we're just continuing that over, but we're not doing any more. So please do not put money in. If you do, then we'll just have to do you next time. But because we just have limited time right now. So there's a few people that we were doing their charts. So we're just going to continue that. And you know what? I wasn't finished with that one that I was doing. Just.
Is that the sun that you?
Yeah. We're still in the sun. Yeah. So the February 18th.
Yeah, life path number 3.
Yeah, so I was doing his transits. Okay, so this person is, okay, he's got Saturn in his 4th. He might move, there's a move, change, switch could be coming up. He's going to be tested emotionally, I would say. Also, there's a huge Rahu Ketu natal return. So what that means, you're having your Saturn return. Okay, this is huge. So I don't want to say, this is something like, because your chart is kind of complex. Okay, so I will say is you're having a Saturn return. A Saturn return is going to, your lesson, you know, it's like your first 28 years lesson. So you really you're going to be tested with work, friends, network groups, circles, your mother, your home, you might move, your happiness. And now if you work in like the real estate sector or something, it could be really great. And this actually could be really great for money because Jupiter's in your 2nd house of finances. So if there's anything you can do right now with using your creativity, your 5th house and your 11th house, that's what you really need to focus on. So you're going to weed out kind of all the groups that don't serve you. And honestly, wow, I got the Ace of Wands, the Fool. That's good. This is like new beginnings. But I did get the Devil. What would you say about that?
The Devil.
Yeah.
A couple of addictions, you know, been strayed off the. Life path number 3s can be prone to addictions like 5s, but can be less of a.
Yeah. You might be making a decision. You're indecisive about something too. So just make sure you choose the decision that, honestly, make sure you do the decision that's new, that's using this creativity. That's my best advice for you because you have really great opportunities right now that can come in. Using the 5th house of business, creativity, it's intelligence, it's intellect, past life karma, entertainment, media, social networks, stuff like this. Anything using creativity like that. So.
And I pulled the 7 of Cups, which is all about choices. So like you were saying, choose wisely. Choose wisely.
And don't choose you know what? I think don't choose the unhealthy relationship that you usually get stuck in.
Yeah. Life path number 3s can be prone to love triangles, or I nearly said the wrong thing then. Love triangles.
Yeah.
They have to be careful of getting into a relationship where there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
They're not always, but they can be prone to that.
Okay. So I'm going to put those. Did you get all those birthdays?
I did, yeah.
Oh, good.
But I might not have got the times though.
That's okay. No, that's good. Okay. All right.
Well, I didn't get the times. I just wrote down like the dates.
Okay. Which one is next? You pick.
There's one, I don't know what you feel about this, but somebody donated who's only, it's got the same birthday as my son, but a bit younger. They're only 16. They're going to be 17. Do you still read for someone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll keep it mild.
Yeah.
Somebody's kid.
I've got the same birthday as my son, just a couple of years. So it's the 19th of December, 2001. I think they're called Mohammed.
Oh my God, I just spilled water on my computer. Maybe I shouldn't.
Ooh. I don't know. I'll be honest, unless the parents there to give, I don't normally do under 18s unless the parents say, but they did donate. So
I wonder if it was for a parent. Okay, well, just to keep it really positive. Okay, just all the happy things. Okay, yeah. So
I do think it's good for younger people to have a reading, but I
do at 14 for sure, absolutely.
What the parents.
But not live on YouTube. Not, you know what I mean? Not live for the public. Okay. Say that again.
19th of December, 2001. That's what was written there.
Oh, but we don't know the time, do we?
No. I didn't think to write that down because I didn't know if you'd got that.
No, it's okay. Hold on. Let's see if I have it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Go ahead. You do the numerology.
Okay, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So Mohammed's got a life path number 7, the same as Heidi. So I'm going to keep this, well, mine are briefer anyway, because to look at your full chart, I'd need your names as well. So you would be someone who'd be very good at, it's the secret of the truth. So astrology, numerology, a lot of numerologists or people that have created programs for numerology are 7s, scientists, researchers. You'll be someone that is probably, it's an introverted life path number. So you might, you might be quite introverted.
Like your space.
But I'd say,
You like your space.
Yeah, 7s need to recharge usually on their own. They're not someone who recharges in a crowd like a 3 or a 5 would recharge around people. 7s need that space, that alone time. You just have to be careful you don't isolate yourself too much, especially, well, at any age. It doesn't matter what age you are, but especially being young as well. But I did do a reading for a young lad who was 15. He was a 7. He was creating an app that is going to be really successful. So that sort of thing is like analytical, technical, surgeons, anything like that. So it'd be interesting to see what you're thinking of going into. I didn't even know what I wanted to be at 16, 17, to be honest with you. You've got a 1 birthday the same as me. So you, again, leadership, 7's leadership, 1 is a leader. You could very much run your own business, be self-employed. Again, you're still very young. You'll be still at school, no doubt. Even if you're in the UK, you'd still be at school. You've got a 4 attitude number. So that's needing financial security, needing security, like a firm ground, a firm base. So this means you're in year 5. So you're just about to have your birthday. So I work birthday to birthday. So for Mohammed, this is going to be a year of rapid change, transformation. It could feel chaotic. You might want to travel or have the opportunity to travel. Next year, the year after, we're talking birthday to birthday, is more of a house, the home, the family settling down. So you'll be, 18 then, won't you? So it'll be quite interesting what happens around your 18th birthday onwards that year.
I have his time.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, it'd be interesting what's in your chart, because you could be really, 7s are really smart and they're really psychic as well. But you will have, no one will ever know the real you. 7s, and I speak to so many 7s and they all say the same. You're right. Nobody really knows me. There's this veil.
Yep. I can attest to that. I'm the same
And
way.
I could virtually see it in you, but I can't always see it in everybody, but I could see it on you. It's almost like this. Yeah. But maybe that just shows how powerful and strong you are, because not everybody you can see it. But
so, or maybe it says I'm weak.
No. It was strange. It was, when someone's there, but you think they're not really there in a picture.
You know, it's so crazy. You know how I said I hope we don't have any of the charts the same energy as Charles Manson, because like it's just, you know, because that's what happens though. No joke.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Tonight, everybody's Libras and Capricorns, which is exactly what he is. So you have to understand, because I'm sure you just watched that show. First of all, a reading, these readings are only like mini readings. To really do the session with me, it's it's an hour long. It's totally different. I study a chart before. It's not on the fly. So when I'm doing these, it's literally, I'm putting in the birthdays and what I first see. So, and if you don't have your right time, like somebody has in here a roundabout time, it's going to be a roundabout reading, you know? So, cause it says, I think 11, that means my mom said, I think around noon, and it was 1:38 p.m. So, and you really cannot have an accurate Vedic astrology reading if you do not have your time. I don't even do real readings for people without times. Okay, so if we don't have your time, I'm going to say generic things and I'm going to only pull cards.
Could you tell, say, for like someone said to you, like for me, I'm born at 10:40, would you know if that was really out? Like my mother had told me wrong. I'm not saying she has, just for example.
Well, I can kind of do it by like appearances, and I'll ask you questions I'll try to figure out your ascendant, because your ascendant will change every 2 hours. Yeah.
So if somebody had been told the wrong time, maybe by an hour, you'd probably be able to work out that it was wrong.
Well, I mean,
just out of curiosity, I'm just asking out of curiosity.
I wouldn't do a reading for somebody like if they gave me the wrong time, and if they were like, "Oh, that's wrong." But you know what? Quite honestly, I read charts from nakshatras.
Yeah.
So without times or with times, I can kind of do something with it. You know.
No, what I mean is, say if they really thought that was their birth time, and then you got to their chart, and it was like, I don't feel your time is right. Have you ever got that?
I mean, I felt that. Yeah, when I was asking questions, but sometimes I mean, if there's a question that's like 10:30, I'm always going to ask that. Is that right? You know, just because you need that.
Yeah.
All right.
I was just curious.
I'm going to go finish with him because his time is there. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a moon in your first house in Capricorn. All right. So your Capricorn ascendant, nakshatra of Sravana. Sravana, I was just talking about Sravana. Now, positive things about Sravana: good listener, good healer, good guide. Like this is a very rare nakshatra. It's awfully interesting that we have all these Sravanas in the house right now. So, because it is somebody that's like the divine healer, you know, somebody that's something with ears, listening, good listener. And you have moon in the first house. So I'd say for being a Capricorn, you're emotional a little bit, but you're really Capricorns are like all about work and business. So, you know, they keep their emotions pretty close knit where it's not so, you know, and you know what, that's exactly what you just said, right? Nobody really knows the real them, right? Which totally makes sense. You have Uranus in the first house, Neptune, intuitive, rebellious. You're going to like to do things unique, different. You'll be drawn to, you know, stuff that's like out of the box, and don't ever do anything in the box. Always do it outside of the box. You have to break that. Your moon is in Denista. Denista is kind of somebody that marches to the own beat of their drum. So very like Aleister Crowley was in this. So metaphysical stuff, spiritual stuff. It's like the CEO that turns monk. One day you may, you know, get really spiritual. You really actually might. You might be very, very like with your beliefs, okay? Because you have Mercury, Sun, and Ketu conjunct in the 12th house. So this is, you know, you might live in a foreign country, foreign land. You can do business in foreign countries, foreign lands, good researcher. You're like a really good researcher. So you have to be careful with, I'd say, you know, sometimes your anger or something like this, like being too extreme. But regardless, you know, you have lots of creativity. Venus in Scorpio, that's very passionate. You know, you'll probably get hurt by some women here and there, or you could do that. But Venus in Scorpio is somebody that really is looking for a deeper bond, which is, you know, so that's what I'm going to say about you. I'd say some changes are happening in your life. You feel like maybe some things are getting a little stressful because I got the Tower reversed. Okay. I know. But well, I'm not using those yet.
It's interesting because I got the Six of Swords for him as if like he needs to get away or is getting away from something quite stressful.
Yeah. So I got this, the Healer. I also got the Drive.
Well, they're interesting cards.
I know, I just got them today. I went to the store.
You'll have to tell me what deck they are later.
They're so cute. They're Ganesh, you know, the Whispers. There's only like one, and then I got these other ones.
I like them. I'm a card hoarder. I'm not normally a hoarder, but
the Elemental Abundance. Have you ever seen these puppies?
No. I like those others. I'll have to get the what are they called? Whispers of Ganesh.
Yep.
Right. Sorry about that. I shall check them out.
They're all pretty positive. I figured I needed a positive deck for some of my readings because it gets so freaking negative sometimes. So they're so reversed. And these you can't reverse. Okay. So that's why that's good. All right. So you're going to make some decisions. Also transits. Right now, you're going to really kind of detach and you need to use any hidden talents, creative talents that you can use right now, because you're going to have Saturn in the 12th. Watch out for hidden enemies, stay out of trouble. You know, this is like hospitals, jails, prisons. I'm not saying that's going to happen to you. I couldn't control because there's some things if I didn't say, you know, but this also could be like in just solitude and, you know, just keeping to yourself. It's a good time. It's a good time to, you know, reflect on this kind of stuff. And really do some research, deep-rooted research, kind of on your own self, because Ketu's in the 1st, Rahu's in the 7th. You're learning a lot about yourself. You're very young, so there's a lot of things ahead of you. And quite honestly, don't get wrapped up with any drama, with family, with relationships, women, whatever. Don't. You need to just, you know, kind of just try to. If you're emotionally, you're going to feel pretty stressed out. And don't worry about romance.
7s often settle down later in life or get married. Like, yeah, they can get married younger, but they usually settle down a lot later in life than most people, or find the one later in life.
Yeah.
I didn't realise Aleister Crowley was a 7, actually. I've just looked it up. Did you know that?
No.
Didn't you?
No.
Because I never mentioned it. He's a 7 as well.
It's funny.
God, he's a freaky looking guy. I can't read the soft deck. I had to give him away. Anyway, sorry, just dive.
No, I'm going to go to the first one. So it was March 12th, 1969. Did you see that one?
Yeah, March 12th, 69. Was it Ron? I've written the name, scribbled it. Yeah. Was it Ronnie or something? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Could have added these up already, couldn't I? 10, 16. Another 22-4.
Really? Okay. So through March 12th, 1969, 10:31 a.m. All right. Taurus ascendant. Taurus ascendant is going to be very in the nakshatra of Rohini. So this nakshatra is there's 3 most creative nakshatras. This is one of them. Okay. You're probably very attractive. People will be drawn to you. Charmer. Rohini is this favorite wife of the moon. So it's ruled by the moon. This is how you act, your first house. So it's going to be like you're always looking for beauty and you're looking for pleasure. And it's not always like, sometimes you might just like to cook food for people and you really like value a good meal and stuff like this. Okay. That's how it can work out too. But also people that are very interested in like feelings. This is all about feeling secure and, you know, you like things a certain way. So secure financially. Tauruses worry about money a lot. They like things pretty balanced. They don't really like a lot of change. And this is your first house. So the first lord goes into your 12th house, which is Venus. Venus conjunct Saturn. You could have issues with women enemies. You could work in a hospital. You could work with money, horses, gambling, race, you drive fast. I mean, these are like hidden, like secret things. You might like foreign women. What else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You may not have kids, and if you do, you may have some issues with kids. And if you don't have issues with kids, maybe you just felt that you're you could be kind of hard on them, a little disciplined. You feel like there's a lot of liabilities there with them. Maybe they're kind of not a barrier. That sounds horrible, but like your children have restricted you. It's part of your karma. So there's like, so stuff like that. It could be, and it might not might not be, but I would say, you're definitely can be in some sort of service, helping people, business, money, something with money, with numbers and stuff, details, paperwork, contracts. Yeah, the women you're going to be attracted to, that's my opposite sign. So Scorpio energy, which is Mars, kind of maybe aggressive Scorpios. There's some fights sometimes but it could be they're just very deep and passionate, So Moon in the 8th, you're definitely psychic. You're definitely very intuitive. Something could have happened to your mother. And if not, maybe she was very spiritual, very psychic. It's in Purva Shada it's early success. So, but because it's in the 8th house, it could maybe not act that way 100%, but you might have an affinity to the water. You really value like higher knowledge, but since it's in the 8th house, could be more truth and secrets. You like to uncover things. Sun and Mercury in the 10th is somebody that needs to be on their own business, working on their own, speaking on their own, good salesperson, healer. Like you easily could be a pharmacist too, so it's kind of all over the place, or do something like that. Or work on a farm, like have farmlands. And I know that's random, but yeah, so I'm going to just go to your transits. You are going to maybe travel more. You might move, job change, something with your mother. Your mother could go through something if she's still around, or emotionally, you're going to feel a little, like kind of stressed out for the next, but it's big change. But I'm going to say maybe a relationship. Okay, possibly it has to do with, we have the Hermit reversed, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So I would say reversed. Maybe money things could be happening. You lose money, it could be things like that. So it could be an inheritance as well. Just depends. So you could have more expenses, more bills, and like issues. So unexpected expenses. It could be unexpected gains. This is your chart is a chart I would have to study before I gave you a reading. So that's why I'm pulling all these crazy cards. So the thinking man reversed. Go ahead, Trish. What do you have to say?
Well, like you say, 22-4. We've mentioned that a lot tonight because it's been coming up. So they are like the visionaries, very psychic, very, what you've come here to do is put that vision, like put it, how can I word it? It's like the higher vibration of a 4. A 22-4 is a higher vibration. So it's like putting your visions or dreams into reality. But if you raise your vibration high enough, you should be able to do it on a large scale, potentially. Some people find it too overwhelming and live like the life on the level of a 4, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it comes with, it's very, like I say, psychic. A lot of people can't handle it because it can be quite extremes, the feelings that you'll get. So you, again, good in business, good with money, accountants, bosses, company CEOs.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm just looking at 3 out of your 6 numbers. You've got a 3 birthday, so that's very, well, you're born on the 12th, so 3 birthday is very creative, so you've got a creative side to you, a fun side to you, because 4s, which I don't talk about enough, well, 22-4s need to have fun. They find it really difficult to relax and have fun. So it's needing to incorporate that in your life, and flexibility. And I've found a lot of people with 4s or 22-4s can actually have very rigid, inflexible bodies. Just something I've been noticing, which I'm going to look out for more. And that's because if you think your state of mind is going to reflect in your body, isn't it? that rigid thing. My son's got them in his chart, and he has really bad flexibility. So that's something I've noticed with people at 24s anyway. So like watch that, and it's ruled by Capricorn. So again, it's that structure. It's that you've got to be careful of not being over controlling.
That's his Virgo. Yeah. Virgo and Capricorn energy is very similar too. Yeah.
I grew up with, well, in Western astrology, 3 earth signs. Can you imagine a Gemini with 3 earth signs? All 3 different ones. You've got a 6 attitude number, so that's ruled by Venus. So I think Heidi mentioned earlier about women or beauty. Did you mention about women? Something?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sort of, it's not that I'm not listening. It sort of goes, you know, over. I zone out a bit when I'm looking at them. So anything where you're beautifying people, places, houses, it could, you know, anything, fashion, healing, teaching, counselling. You're also in a year 7, like a lot of people have been at the moment. So it's about, what do you want? Where are you going? Deeper spiritual, you know, a lot of people were getting today in year 7. So it's about going deeper spiritually. That's maybe why you're drawn to these programs, unless you've already been watching them for a long time, or you may feel guided to get a reading, you know, like get a reading of Heidi, see what's really going on. And then next year, it's a huge opportunity for your career to go boom, or your business, whatever you do. I'm in a year 8 at the moment, and it's definitely, for me, taking off big time. It's like all the previous 7 years for you next year are going to all come back to, if you put positive. So this is anybody that's in a year 8, which this person will be in the new year. Everything good you've done will come back to you. So it's like wealth, success, recognition, what goes around comes around. Anything 8 on its side, karmic. And you can meet a life mate. If you're single, you might meet a life mate next year as well. And I was just going to draw a card for Ronnie. So if this person's in business, they'll probably be, again,
okay, there's a bad man that could be in his life. That's
in his life.
Yeah, it says this thinking man. It says the thinking man in this position could represent a male in authority who's not acting in your best interest, but the card reversed is more about you and others in your life. This card in this position usually indicates such a learning and growth are actually a part of your own path, and you're heeding the call. You may be destined to be a therapist, teacher, writer, publisher, psychic, or healer of some sort. Your soul longs to serve in this capacity, whether professionally or just in your personal life, but something seems to be blocking you. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what this could be too. Because this big changes, you know, you have this Saturn conjunct Venus, and it's hard to like, you have this really practical side to you, but you have this really spiritual side too. So it's hard for you to try to balance it.
I've really gone random with, I've got my mermaid and dolphin cards out, but this card says explore your options. It's time to look at the possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. But this ties in with the year 7. Mm-hmm. And to me, I know it looks like, well, it could be a girl or a boy. They're going underwater. They're going deep emotionally. You know, they're going under the surface, the subconscious. Like, what do you really want? And it's a good time to make those changes. If it means getting rid of people out of your life that aren't good for you. Yeah, big business year next year.
Good. Next is, we're going to do March 2nd, 1982.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
This is March 2nd, 1982. Right. So you are a Libra ascendant as well. You really want balance, and you're very, you know, but sometimes you're very unbalanced. You have Jupiter and Swati in your ascendant. So Swati, this is good. You're like, people are like you're like a guru. People will look up to you. Good speaker, like a good manager. Jupiter is the manager, the leader. The people will tell you things. You need to be in charge. You're also, it's ruled by Ra. It could be like an owner of a business, somebody that has a business. So honestly, Jupiter and Swati is somebody that could sell anything to anyone. You know, it's very creative when it comes to dancing. You can be a really good dancer, but just secretive dancer, I would say. like people that, gosh, it even could be somebody that does like invest money. Doesn't always have to go that way. This could have to do with money too. So, oh my God, somebody's commenting shit about Trump, like as we speak. How perfect. Tiger. His name is.
I can't see the chat. I was trying to get on the chat, but for some reason it wasn't showing up like
this isn't even on our show. It just got me distracted.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm talking to the person that made that comment because it's going to be deleted anyway. So that's your ascendant. That's your first house. That's people who are going to see you. That's how your life path will be. That's how you should act. That's how things will happen. Jupiter in the first house, though, can expand things. So you have to watch what you eat and stuff. They say sometimes you have to be careful with, consumption, eating too much. It's just somebody that likes to eat sometimes. Doesn't always happen, but maybe you have some issues with siblings, possibly. If so, maybe brothers. Maybe not. It just could be siblings. And if not, you could be it doesn't mean always siblings. Third house, when you have K2 in the third, is somebody that has to kind of really work hard. There's a lot of like things that nothing is kind of set on your plate. It has to do with creativity, writing, speaking, communications. So when you have K2 there, it's like your natural go-to. You're already good at it. So you'll kind of dabble in where the opposite side of where Rahu sits, and that's your ninth house. So you're going to really be like beliefs, higher knowledge, be obsessed with it, just trying to learn about all that kind of stuff. It's in Purnavasu. So, even just affinity to like stars, you might like astronomy, you might like, you really might like space and that kind of stuff. It sounds so ridiculous, but you're a good speaker, big time, very good speaker. You could even be like an architect. So this is like the engineer architect, like electronic engineer. It's kind of all over the place, but healer for sure. The fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All about creativity. Everything is creativity. Once again, this could be another musician. And I'm not repeating myself too. This is what happens. Like Charles Manson, we just did his chart. He was very creative, musician. See, and this is like, it must be the energy that's pulling in because everybody today has had this. I feel like I've repeated myself. Moon in Rohini, very attractive. Women or people will naturally be jealous of you no matter what. These like actors come out of this. Actors, writers, financial analysts, real estate agents, designers, people that design buildings, design anything. But you have a side to you that, Saturn conjunct Mars in the 12th. Let's just say, watch out for hidden enemies. Could be accident prone. You could have went to jail if at some point. You got to be cautious with that. But it's in Virgo, so maybe not. I'm sure it went good, but you could have gotten in trouble a little bit here and there. Or you could just be like a lawyer, detective. So, all right, go ahead, Trisha. You start with that.
Well, when you say like you feel like you're repeating yourself, no, because this person's a life path number 7, another one. They've been 7s and predominantly 22 4s, haven't they?
Yeah,
predominantly tonight.
He's in the chat. Good. You were doing electronics. Good.
So,
at some point, yeah.
So, is it he? This guy, Chris?
He's in here. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like path number 7, like yourself. Analytical, technical, very, they make, we said what is he in engineering, electrical engineering, was it?
Maybe he could.
No, I didn't know if he'd said what he did.
Oh, no, he didn't say. Who is in here saying you should cancel? And cancel what?
We got trolls.
Yeah, and I'm not in the mood for them right now. All right, so you got good cards from me. Very good. Well, one's a little dicey.
Shall I carry on the numerology or you do the cards?
Keep going. I got so sidetracked.
So this person, again, psychics, detectives like the police or computer programming, literal surgeons, psychiatrists, psychologists, scientists, that sort of thing are number 7, or a natural psychologist, very psychic. That's the life path number you have. I know it might sound like, oh, I'm repeating myself, but that is, and some of the life lessons are to learn to open up. I tried to like add bits in so it's not all sounding the same, but is to learn to open up with your emotions, not be like a closed book, but you'll be very sort of secretive, but not, I don't mean to be secretive in a bad way. It's like you don't want people.
We like our privacy.
Privacy, yeah, that's the best way to put it. It's not, you like privacy, and if you don't get it, it makes you feel, when you need it, especially men, they're the sort of guys that if they're in a marriage, for example, and they don't get that time, one day they'll just walk out and you'll not see it coming. You will not see it coming, and they'll be just gone. But that's the guys that don't get that time, that solitude to do their thing, to sort of, meditation is good for us all, but someone like a number 7 needs to come out the head, down into the body. So anything that helps you do that. The 2 birthday is very intuitive, very sensitive. But your 5 attitude number is someone who will like to travel. So it'd be interesting if you travel with your job or move around with your job. Not sort of static all the time, wouldn't be really good for you. You'd be very charismatic, very charming. So the 7 and 5 are very different. So you'll have two, you know, you might appear to be very charismatic, charming, life and soul of the party, but there'll be a part of you that really wants to just be in solitude at times. People won't really, I find this with 7s all the time, no one really knows you, even if they think they do. You're currently in a year 6, which is the house, the home, the family, marriage, engagement. A lot of guys feel like they want to settle down in a year 6. If they're with a partner, they might want to move in together or get married. So, or family can need you more. Like for me in my year 6, I didn't get married or engaged, but my family needed me more. That was when, like, my father was, I'm not saying someone's going to be ill. It's not always illness. It can be someone I read for earlier. She became a grandma. So her family needed her more. She was more included. Her children needed her more. So it's not always like something bad. With 6, and you might want to beautify where you live, you might want to move or make it, you think of the number 6 is ruled by Venus, so, and it's also, you might want to work on your own appearance.
Yeah.
Or you might have been doing, you know, 6 is about physical beauty, exercise, what you're eating.
And Jupiter's in your first house right now, transiting that for sure.
So a lot of people in a year 6 have, you know, want to like transform their image.
Yeah.
And I drew a couple of cards. I know these like might look girly cards in for the guys, but it's the messages. I got the card of self-forgiveness. So this is let go of all guilt. Remember that you're God's, you don't have to as the God, but perfect child. This is just about forgiveness. Let go of guilt.
Joy, all that. I have the same stuff.
Empowerment. Yeah. You're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful. So if you're being held back or sort of suppressed by somebody, just know that you are powerful.
Yes. And there could be some there could be relationships, I guess, that come in your life. I don't like to give advice on that, but
could be a relationship where they're suppressing you and like holding you back. Drawn to women there.
You have K2 in the 4th, putting a damper on your romance because it's on your Venus and Mercury. So also your happiness, also your relationships, and also could be your mother. And quite honestly, you have Saturn right now in your 3rd. This is the time to use, you know, to work on your creativity. Like I said, if you write a book. You know, if you want to create something, create it. This is the time. Saturn in the 3rd. If there's siblings, they could have some issues. But Jupiter in the 1st house is coming to you. It's bringing opportunities to you. Like, I don't care, like it, no matter what, now what you choose to do with them, you know, you, yeah, so, okay.
Right. I didn't realize, I don't know what made me Google it.
I gotta say this because people keep donating. And first of all, Jacqueline, I think we've done your chart already. So like, I don't know what's in your chart. I don't know if you just want tarot readings. Yeah, I definitely did your chart before. I swear you have. I know I've done it, but I did it on one of Leak project before. So here's the deal. We're only doing the charts that we did from the Leak project. This is like just an extra that came over from that show. So we're not taking any more. And if you did donate, then I'll do it Friday, but I can't, like, I've read charts, I've worked all day, and I can only be on here for like 10 more minutes. So I'm gonna have to just cut it off tonight, but we will be on Friday. I'm sure we'll come back on this week, but I just had a really long day and it's readings too. I just can't keep continuing. I'm gonna like fall asleep here. Your reading will just be bad. It will just be bad.
Yeah, it's not serving others.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. Trust me. I will pull a card for you. Can you pull a job for job change?
Who's this for?
Mac Permanent. I don't know.
Wants a card for a job change. Max, did you say?
Mac.
Mac.
Mm-hmm. Can I tell you what I got? Then you can tell me, because you know me. King of Swords.
I'm going to use Oracle to add a little different spin on it.
Nine of Swords reversed. Ace of Swords reversed. Four of Cups reversed. Two of Cups upright.
Ooh. Well, I got dream big. Let go of small thoughts about yourself. See yourself succeeding. So maybe you've been you've been playing small. You need to dream big.
Door to Spirit. That's exactly what that looks like. Okay. I don't know what that means, but it means it looks good. Go for it.
I feel this person's not been dreaming big enough or going big enough before. Right, who are we doing next?
I don't know. We're doing.
We've got Matty and Kim.
Birthdays?
Pardon?
Did we get all the birthdays in?
Matty and Kim. I got two more written down.
Okay. Let me just find them.
Both October birthdays.
Both October.
26th and 10th and 10th the 10th.
Okay, I think I have that one in. Oh yeah, that's 10/26/1980. No time. That's the thing I think is completely not a. Okay, you can start on that one if you want.
26th the 10th, 1980. Yeah, someone called Matty.
October 26th, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they are a life path number 9, same as me. So we've got a bit of a change here. Last two are 9s actually. So your path, so out of your 6 numbers, we're only doing 3, as I've said before. So your life path number and your attitude number are both 9s. So my life path number is 9. It's the humanitarian. Like we've talked tonight, all life path numbers can have a dark side, like one of them in that crew was a 9. So on the positive, it's the humanitarian, you care about humanity, it's very psychic, you're an old soul. You've got 2 9s at least. The more you have, that I looked at Elvis's the other night, which I've done before, he had 3 9s. It's someone very spiritual. If you use this to the positive and not be ruled by money, because money will come to you with 9s if you're not ruled by money. You don't go after money. Interesting what comes up in the chart, because the number 9, money is actually a number 9. But money comes to you. I don't know why I'm talking about money, but I'm guided to that. Money comes to you in unexpected ways, not always through like it would with an 8 or 4s. So you've got an 8 birthday, so you have got that side to you, the CEO, the visionary, the boss, the manager. But you need to be, you'll be kind. You'll be attracted to kind people, humanitarian people. So Matty, presume this is a male, in a relationship, you would be attracted to those aspects: kindness, gentleness. Somebody harsh would not do it for you. I'd be surprised if it would. You're in a year, you've just had your birthday, so you're in a year of new beginnings now. So this is the perfect time to launch new projects, go self-employed if you want to, like I did. Anything new, just sow the seeds now for your future years, because it's really important what you sow now till next sort of September is your sort of the seeds you're sowing for the future. So make sure they're positive. And I want to say, I'd be really intrigued what some of these people do, you know. I love to get feedback of knowing what they do. I'm just going to pull a card. Soulmate relationship. I love that card.
Okay, so that's what this chart I'm not doing because it's only, this time was a roundabout. So
Right.
I said, but and plus you're only this way, you're 4 degrees of a Cancer. So no matter what, you need your time. I can tell you the way you think. I can give you like just a couple things because literally your chart changes. You need your month, day, year, city, time. Okay, so and if you don't have that time, you can't do a reading. Your moon's in Mrigashira. So Mrigashira is always searching. So you're always thinking, always searching. It could be about money, could being about, there's a lot of unsettling. Also, people in this nakshatra tend to look for good deals, they're always searching. It's literally a deer in the forest searching. So once again, it could be for knowledge. It could be for, anything. 1, 2, 3. It could be a business. Rahu and Aslesha, maybe, possibly. And this can be kind of extreme to get what you want. Like, I don't want to say the snaky salesperson, but that's exactly what it is if you're born at this time. So, yeah. And we've got some Arcana cards, though, here. You have Mars in Scorpio. That's great for research and investigating. And maybe even being an engineer, somebody that's an engineer. Could be just, doctor, something like that. Healer. Jupiter and Saturn, you could work. You could just have a business that has to do with Virgo healing, just working with helping and serving people. But you're a salesperson, good business person. And this is completely could be 100% wrong with the time. So I can't really do your transits. All I have is the Magician, the Hierophant, and Justice, but the Hierophant and Justice are reversed. So.
And 9s are often spiritual teachers. You think, they could, if they get on the path, they become spiritual teachers.
Yeah.
Very easily. But yeah, I want to say it'd be interesting if you're single or not, because same with the soulmate relationship here for you. New romance. I love that card.
And I think there's something going on with money too, because the door to value 31 reverse.
Isn't that funny? I kept going on about money and I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Couldn't think why,
Reversed. This card reverse signifies a partial or perhaps even potentially complete closing of a door. The hope for new opportunity where money or career is concerned may be delayed or possibly even derailed. Don't be disheartened, however. This card reversed reminds you, do not put all of your eggs in one basket. Diversify your interests and efforts and let your intuition guide you the next open doorway. In the meantime, open your heart and your mind to other sources of value in life. Money is a commodity, but so are time, tranquility, and love. Choose to open the doors of your wonderful experiences. And, just so you know, too, this could be, I don't know. I can't tell you. We don't know your time. So I'm not even going to try. All right. And then there's, what else do we do? We have to do a numerology? What else are we done with that one?
Yeah, we just got one more as far as I know, which is the 10th, 78.
Okay. I think this is the person that ended up the last one. So, but there's 2. So I don't do compatibility here on the air. So this is a compatibility.
I've only got one date of birth left on my notes. It's the 10th, 78.
Okay. 10.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, then we have 11. Oh, November 24th, 1968.
November the 24th of November, 1958.
68.
Oh, 68, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
That's a separate reading, yeah?
Yeah. Yes.
Is that male or female?
I think the second one's a male. Or the first one's a male and the second one's a female.
Well, the 10th I got as Kim.
Okay. Yeah, but Kim, I think she gave 2 birthdays, so I don't know if it's her or who.
Oh, I see. Were they both the birthdays she gave then?
Yeah, she gave 2.
Ah, right. I missed that bit.
I think. I don't know. There's 2 birthdays here.
Is she here in the chat? Is she in the chat?
I don't know. Okay, we also have to pull a card for Amanda. So
I've got that written down as well, yeah.
While we're investigating, let's pull one for Amanda.
Yeah, if Kim could comment just to let us know she's here.
Thanks, I'll get that time. Yeah, good.
Well, if that is her partner, then they're not.
They're not what? Compatible? You sure you want to do compatibilities online? Oh, God, I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, the life path numbers aren't. She's a 9, the other person's a 5, if that is a compatibility reading.
All right. Kim is 11/24, 1968. 10/10/78 is a boy.
All right. Right. So she's the 68 and he's the 78. Right. I like doing couples compatibility.
I don't even think they're a couple. I think I don't even know what's going on here. All right.
She wants to know what I could look at the compatibility my side if you like.
I don't think this is even a compatibility reading. I think Rex just sent these to us, one after another. So it just happened. Okay.
Okay. So we do them separate then.
So Amanda, I have the Star, the Queen of Cups, and the Emperor.
That's the 5 chaos, you see.
I did get this.
So community. That's like the 3 of Cups, isn't it?
Yeah. Violet, I will do your I think you should. I don't know how to refund donations on here. I don't even know how to get the money, but I don't think you should get a compatibility reading online at all. So I just don't. It's not a good idea. Okay, they're not a couple. They're not a couple.
No, good.
This is all over the place. You better be able to keep.
That's the 5 chaos, isn't it? No disrespect, because this lady's a 5 as well. But Rex is a 5.
Okay, Amanda, this is for Amanda. This card reverse indicates feelings of isolation and perhaps loneliness. There may have been a recent disconnect with old associations or dissolution of some wider partnership. This may result in feelings of loss and grief, but take heart. It's often a case that your shift of energy and higher vibration, you may find that you no longer resonate with those old acquaintances that you used to. Let yourself network in ways that reflect your higher intentions. Meditation groups, books, blah, 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 blah. It means ditch the stalemates.
And look at this, break free.
Yeah.
Try different ventures, experience as a way to grow and learn, or break free from a situation. And then I got about watching your thoughts, making sure it's you're thinking about what you want, not what you don't want. Because you'll manifest what you don't want if you say, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying Amanda just donated money. And I don't know why people are donating. We just did it. I mean, we didn't have to do that.
Bless them.
Yes, but seriously, no more donations, guys, because we're not doing any more readings.
Heidi's she's had a long day. No, I know how I felt last time. Like I'd done 2 hours live before plus other stuff, and yeah, I'm glad we stopped when we did because I was about to drop last time.
Yeah. And a real reading is different than this. This is on the fly. So
So who's next? We're doing
10. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but we're doing 10/10/78.
Right.
Let's just start with that.
Do you want me to go first?
Yes, please.
So they're the life path number 9, like Matty that we just looked at. So again, another humanitarian, spiritual leader, teacher. Very often 9s can be in the military as well, though. So they're often drawn to military. I'm trying to bring different aspects so it's not all the same. But yeah, you're a born humanitarian. That will be your path. You've got a 1 birthday. So again, leadership side to you. And a 2 attitude number. Very intuitive, you'll be very psychic and intuitive yourself. You're an old soul, wise soul. You're born, very knowledgeable. biggest thing for us number nines is forgiveness. Forgiveness of the ugliness of the world, forgiveness of our parents particularly. There's a big thing about breaking, like healing your family issues, because often it's abandonment. Now, it can be physical abandonment on a big scale or emotional abandonment for number nines. And are you okay?
Yes. This chart, oh my God. Oh, if you could see it.
But, you know, not just because I'm a number nine and I might have had abandonment. Now, I was sent off to boarding school. I don't think you can feel more abandoned. Well, no, there are other ways of feeling more abandoned. But, you know, that's the sort of thing that can happen to a nine. And it hits us hard, but that's the sort of thing that can happen to you anyway. They're the sort of things you have to heal and let go of. Then you can be that shining bright light. Because number nines, they just attract people to them like this God, I can't get my words out. Shining bright light. But if you're on your negative side, we can be tyrants, arrogant, destructive. You know, if a nine is wounded, they can be pretty brutal.
Yeah,
think of Mars.
You really can be. Like, this person really can be.
We're ruled by Mars. So if you think of Mars, the planet Mars, and oh, did you just see that?
No, I'm not even looking at it. I didn't even.
It looked like a feather just floated past me on the screen.
Really?
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to watch the replay of that. That looked like a feather went like that. I'm seeing things, and I don't normally go gaga about feathers. Sorry.
Okay.
That was weird. So I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah, so nines on the dark side can be tyrants. So that's when we don't heal and we don't forgive. That's, you know, because the number nines do tend to get abused, men and women. But, you know, you'll have been in many times. I feel like I'm waffling now. But yeah, that was strange. That was a weird, either that or I'm seeing things. I'm going to just quickly draw you a couple of cards. Okay. The thing is with this, normally like I'd ask for a question as well, so they get a bit more, obviously the taster readings, and if they had a question, we could sort of give a bit more direction towards that question, but it is what it is. Again, you've got the card of what's your thoughts.
Why don't you let me just go to the chart and then I'll talk the transits and then you'll hear. How about that?
Oh, go on then.
That'll be good.
I'm finished with the numerology anyway.
Okay, good. So then, because then you can bounce off of mine. I think that works. Nice. And I bounce off of yours because you help me with those, with their numerology. And I think this will, transits, I'll tell you what house. 8th house, big change, mother, relations, emotions, emotional shifts, big shifts, like whoo, emotional changes. Feeling a lot of like, could be addictions, could be change. I mean, this is just a big change. And it's in Capricorn. His moon is in Capricorn. So, and it's involving the emotions and the mother, and Saturn's in the 7th, maybe relationships. So if that gives you any help with pulling cards.
Plus I got my moon in Capricorn. Is their chart like, and nuts? And no, they're not a Gemini. I got a moon in.
It is a Gemini ascendant too. It's weird. Gemini ascendant, nakshatra of Ardra. Ardra is the destroyer. It's Lord Shiva. So it's transformation. But it's somebody that's really good with. Here's the deal. You have like one of the charts like we did tonight. Okay, lots of creative energy, lots of music talents, lots of all that kind of stuff, and with a very psychic, spiritual mind. But your moon is in Capricorn. It's like very down to the details. Your moon, luckily, is alone, but it's in the 8th house, so it's you keep a lot of stuff in. Like you're very, very. You know, you keep your emotions in, you keep you might just go through a period where you're going to emotionally feel very detached from a lot of people. Okay. But it could be good for money.
I was thinking mother issues, you see, that's something we have in common.
Well, I did say that it could have to do with the mother because K2 is conjuncting the moon. So.
Well, you said about money, waves of prosperity. So I don't know if you get money coming to them or you can see
it
that
could be an inheritance. Money could come.
New abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you, but it is saying Watch your thoughts. Think about what you want, not what you don't want, because we will manifest whatever it is we think about. So if you think negatively, that's what you're going to get. So it's what you desire, not what you fear.
And you got this crazy card, hostilities. So there's some fights, battles, disputes, maybe legal disputes actually could be going on. Okay, you're a Gemini ascendant. Geminis are, you know, very creative. They're communicative. They're good business people. Ardra's the teardrop. Ardra's the destroyer. Okay, so it's a lot of destruction with a storm. So it's looking up, it's cleaning things up with destruction so things can grow. It could kill forces. So, you know, like people that remodel, like, and they redo things. It's also connecting to energy stuff. A lot of IT people come out of this. Like iCloud engineers, you know, stuff like that. It's the star of power, but definitely, you know, you don't want to make you mad. That's for sure. Because you've got other things going on that would make you mad. You have your moon's in Capricorn in the 8th house. Like, you're a good listener. That's great. You know, you have K2 in the 10th. You need to work alone. You're never going to work well for others. It will just be a catastrophe. And you have to work hard. Like, nothing's going to come easy. So you have to, like, there's a lot of hard work maybe, and a lot of, but your Jupiter's in Cancer exalted. That's great for money, but there's a lot of like hard work. But you've got 4 planets in Libra and Vishaka: Venus, Uranus, Mars, and you have Mercury and Chitra. Sorry, 3. So you're a part of a perfectionist too. Like, you like things a certain way, personal breakthroughs. You want to, like, this is a musician too. So music abilities, Charles Manson had this in his chart, like kind of something similar. I'm not saying that as a negative way, but you focus on the details a lot. Like, there's a lot of maybe thinking too much into things and too much into money. You think about money a lot, you know?
Also, 9's royalty in numerology. It's the number 9's royalty. And it was interesting about Elvis being the king, and he had all those 9s.
Yeah.
It's a regal number, apparently.
Yeah. Now you could get some speaking up. Oh my God. Speaking abilities, like speaking opportunities, some money opportunities will come in. You need to use your creativity. Relationships and marriages could be a little, or if you're not in one, or if you're in one, there could be some struggles in that right now.
9s have the hardest time in finding the right mate as well. Sorry to sound negative, but it's quite true.
You need to rest and you need to rejuvenate.
Okay. So the last one we have is the 24th, 11th, 68. Is that right?
Yes. All right.
Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Go ahead, you go first.
So this is a lady, isn't it? We worked out. So she's a life path number 5. Let me double check that. No, I've double checked it. She's a 5 life path number. So like Rex that we were on with earlier, he's a 5. What you have to watch for is addictions, obsessions, part of your life. You need to teach, think of the throat chakra, you need to teach and speak what you know, what you've learnt. That's what you'd be good at. 5s can sell ice to Eskimos, as I always say. You have to watch with money, because often money slips through your fingers unless you've got lots of other things that would balance that out, or you've learnt those lessons. Yeah, anything to do with sales, you're usually really good at. Reducing drama in your life, you've got to watch for drama, because the 5s either can attract a lot of drama or they're around drama. You need to be on the stage, whether it's speaking, whether it's whatever it is, you need to be on the 5s are people that need to be in the limelight on the stage. So you've got 6th birthday, so you've got that teacher, healer, counselor energy about you as well.
Reiki master.
Right. The biggest thing for 5s, the best thing, is lots of exercise, more than the average person, because they have so much energy and mental energy. I guess it's a bit like being a Gemini. If you don't get rid of that excess energy, that's when people often, they're prone to they get a buzz out of gambling, shopping. That's where it's an addictive number, and you've got to be careful. It's the most extreme in temperament, but it has its positives. You're charming, you're charismatic, you're magnetic, you charm the pants off people. And you've got an 8 attitude number. So these are just 3 of your 6. That's the boss, the manager, the CEO. So you've got a bit of a mixture there. But what that means is you are in a year of endings now, because your birthday is any day, 24th. So happy birthday for the 24th. You're now in a year of endings, because it will start to come into play now. That's letting go of anybody, anything that is not on your vibration, that's holding you back, ready for when you go into year 1. You don't want to take people with you that are keeping you down. You want to be with people that are going to help you raise up or on your level. It could be decluttering your home. It's everything. Declutter your life. I always say that is. And things may end, or people may leave your life. And when I say that, I don't want to scare anybody or it'd be bad. For some people, it will be like my father went in a year 9. Doesn't mean say you're going to, so I don't want you to think that. He was a lot older and he was ready to go. But for you, it's like, forgive the last 8 years, forgive anything or anybody that's hurt you, ready to go into this year 1 next year. So it's all about endings and letting go, and forgiveness is the overall theme. Which
is borderline impossible for us to do, okay? She and I have something very similar.
Okay.
So,
but if you don't, she's going to really struggle. She's going to really find it difficult if she can't.
All right. I'm going to just show you something, Kim. So this is why, I swear I've seen this chart before. I don't know why I think I've seen it. I'm going to let everyone share screen. Come on. All right, I guess I'm not. Anyway, this is a very rare conjunction, okay? Let's just say, this is your chart. Just look at one thing. Mars, K2, Uranus, okay? It's in Virgo. This is your first house. But keep in mind, you've got planets in Scorpio. You've got just here we go. This is yours. And I want you to see, this is mine. Mars, K2, Uranus in the first house. So this is very unique conjunction to begin with, number 1. And it's very unique to have it in the first house. I will say that it's a lot of problems when you're young, problematic when you're growing up, problematic with men, relationships, authority figures, gurus, you have Jupiter there. So you have another notch of drama, okay? And you have this, you'll have issues with relationships, you'll have issues with trying to fit in. You have to be in charge, especially in Virgo, because it's like in Hasta, very controlling. So you're very controlling. Now, it can also, Virgo energy is not so, like that Mars and K2, you could just be like a phenomenal boxer, the world's best Reiki master. Why? Because Mars and K2 is power. And yes, it's in Virgo, so it's not maybe having the most fun, but if you do it like to the Reiki, to the oils, to all that stuff, to run a business, working with your hands, doing something, you will be the best Reiki masters. And it's true because K2 and Mars is power. Okay, so I don't care what anybody says. And Jupiter there. And Uranus, you're going to do something unique. You're going to do something different than nobody else can do. Like just how I read charts a little bit differently than nobody else. Like I have my own way. It's going to be like that. You're going to have your own creative thing. But there's always going to be problems in your life. K2 in the first. And if you'll try all kinds of jobs until you have to be doing something with that K2 detective. Also detectives, really good detectives come out of that. Especially because you have 2 planets, your Mercury and or astrology. Any type of detective research, you're a perfectionist, issues in relationships, but it's always, we get bored easy and we lose interest easily. The only thing I don't lose interest in is this right here, astrology. So, and you'll have something similar like that. Okay, I'm just giving you an example.
Yeah, and 5s get bored very easily as well. So she's got it in her life path.
Yeah, you're a good salesperson for sure. Mercury, and you said that Mercury and Sun in the third house, definitely the salesperson. Venus in the fourth house in Pravashada, that's very romantic, artistic, you know, all these things. But your moon is in Capricorn, and you have this real creative side, but you know, it's in Capricorn. So it's really, your mind is very grounded. Like you try to just think through the hard way of thinking, just bust through it. You might like politics. You might like law and order. You might, you know, that kind of stuff. Because your moon isn't conjunct anything and it's in the fifth house. It's like you would be disciplined with your children. You will be very practical with the children. It's the fifth house. You're going to be a very practical, you're a great writer too. 1, 2. Now, your issue is relationships. I'm sure you've been married more than once, if not twice. Or if so, if you're married, you might be just in a bad relationship. I mean, you can get out of, you can make changes, this can change, but I have to say, everybody I've ever seen, well, I don't know that many people, but Mars and K2 in first house with Jupiter, all this stuff. I mean, I guarantee you've been married more than once. I'd almost bet money.
Sorry, I was going to say, fives often are married multiple times. You're not going to believe what I did, right? These cards, I've got 2 decks. I don't know what made me do it. I put them all together, okay, right? I've pulled 2 cards for this lady. I think there's 44 cards, that's 88 cards. And look what she's got. Exact same card came out.
Wow. Pay attention.
Pay attention, notice repetitive signs in your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. So if you're seeing like the numbers or whatever the signs are, what are the chances of pulling both them out of 88 cards?
That means to pay attention. That's for damn sure. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing, you could have issues with siblings, maybe brothers, if you don't have any. You know, there's just always here's the thing. Whatever you do, nobody's gonna have your support you. It's gonna always feel like it's a struggle. All right. You got to help me out with this. The Sun reversed. The 9 of Wands reversed.
Yeah, okay, I'll wait.
9 of Swords upright. And the Happy Family card, this card, upright.
The 10 of Cups. So that's having it all, completion. The Sun card reversed, though, I don't think there is a negative meaning to the Sun card reversed. I always, personally, doesn't matter if it comes out reversed, it's still positive.
Okay.
It might be a lesser degree.
The Storm warning reversed. Let's see what that means.
I've never known so many reverse cards come out.
Sorry, guys. And so you're probably the same as me. She's probably just like me, very pessimistic. We just want the facts. We don't want all the BS, right? So
absolutely.
What you get? Maybe I just read, and I'd be curious to know if you walk on your toes. Oh my God, this is so random. If you walk on your toes, if you, no, I'm not going to say it right now.
You walk around on tiptoes.
I always do. Yeah, isn't that weird?
I went through a phase of doing that. I don't do it now.
Right. Tomorrow morning, probably because my mom said I used to walk like an elephant. Like, she was like, what the hell? She's like, why do you sound so loud? So then I started like tiptoeing around.
Oh, you're so tiny as well.
Oh, but I walk heavy. I do.
Well, the little girl upstairs is tiny. She's 3, and you'd think she's not big. She's boom, boom, boom. She sounds like an elephant, and she's a little 3-year-old doll.
Oh God.
I've never known a child make so much noise.
Thomas. We have to pull a card for Thomas, because Thomas, what are you doing?
What's he doing?
Oh my God, he just donated again. Thomas, he wants us to pull a card. He's stuck.
Bless him.
Hold on. So back to this card. Yeah. This card reversed indicates that dark times are behind you. That's good. Or at least beginning to fall away. You can take heart that sunny skies and better times are on the horizon. The new light may bring time of reassessment and redirection for you. Let yourself consider where you want to go next. Also spend time reflecting directly. Difficulty that has passed. What was the lesson for you, whether it was self-love. Okay, yeah, we have issues with that. Self-love, self-issues, because we don't know who the hell we really are. So we kind of walk in this world with, you feel like a chicken with your head cut off, because K2 doesn't have a head. He doesn't care. So he just, all those ambitions and all this perfectionism that you have and all these things you want, you'll also be lazy and be like, I don't really care. I don't feel like doing it, you know? So that's the thing. We really, really, really need to, you should watch my past life regression video because I think it would help you. K2 is the past, and it gives you a lot of issues from the past. So whether it's this life, last life, any life, I've noticed with mine, it's some guilt. So it could be with yours too, maybe.
So is this video about you doing past life regression, or are you talking about it?
No, I'm talking about Julie's video with the.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, you should. Thanks. Because they were probably like, what the hell is she talking about? Good to clarify, Trish. Thank God you're still with it here. All right, the storm warning. Who's this for?
Thomas.
We just did that. No, Thomas.
Thomas now.
All right, last one, guys.
Yeah, because Heidi. I'm crossing Thomas and Heidi. That's probably how you're feeling now.
Yes, I swear.
It's Heidi.
Heidi.
So Thomas, what does he need to know? That was my dad's twin brother's name, actually.
Heidi?
No, Thomas.
Oh, shit. All right.
Interesting to see what you get.
Thomas, what is going on? What he said for the month?
Is that what he said? He wants to know what's going on for the month.
Oh, what is going on? I don't even know how to say these. I mean, this is a mess. Okay, I think there's some broken parts. All right, you're going to help me. Ready, Trish? Queen of Cups, maybe there's a Scorpio energy, an emotional woman.
Whoa.
Scorpio. Then we have the Ace of Wands, upright. These have been upright so far. But then we got an Ace of Swords reversed. Then we have the Hierophant upright. This is like a lot of like energy though too, right? Three of Rods reversed.
Yeah. I'd say heartaches. I've got, look at these two cards, the Five of Cups, the Five of Swords with the Ace of Cups. So I'd say lots of either loss and regret, conflict around. You see, that's the card of conflict, arguments. Are you being pulled into conflict, or are you the one creating the conflict? That's a guy that with loss and regret, feeling sad. It's pretty obvious from the visual. The number 5's jumping out at me though, because the Hierophant's the number 5 as well. That jumped out at me. And then we've got the Ace of Cups upright. So there's 3 aces came out there. So there is new beginnings coming. Yeah. And I did draw some oracle cards out as well. And I got, so I'd say there's something, don't rush into something I want to say, or don't rush into making a decision, because you've got the Weight card, positive energy. There's a woman holding the card. And then ready, set, go. Something good is coming. Something better is coming. But you've got some, I would say, relationship drama or chaos.
Yeah.
And we're doing this blind because he hasn't, all he said is for the month. We don't even know what subject he wanted this on. This is.
So upright, a woman holding a bright coin. When this card comes up, in a woman's reading, it may refer to her directly to blah, blah, blah. This card is also a signal, a woman or support or assistance regarding these issues. She may give you financial advice or connect you with someone who does. This woman may be somebody you meet where you make money, or maybe a woman of wealth and value. Either way, this card is telling you to be on the lookout for helpful assistance, or even the possibility of new love or friendship connected to a woman of wealth and business. But then you have the happy family reversed. So let's see what that is.
And I got the Ace of Cups. So something positive could be coming in relationship-wise.
Yeah, all those were good too, with the queens and the.
Yeah.
It's a little mixed up here. Little confusing. When the happy family card is reversed, it indicates a separation or emotional distance from family members or close friends. This disconnect may be from your family of origin, such as your parents or siblings, or it may be something that is standing between you and your present family members. Whether it be your children or your spouse, there could be some hostilities that need to be worked out, or perhaps some fences that need to be mended. Communication and patience may be called for here, so let your intuition be your guide. Remember, healing starts when you choose to become your own loving parent, sibling, spouse, or friend. The lessons in every relationship is self-honoring and yeah, so one more.
And that 5 of Swords, that's about conflict in relationships.
Like, I unpack my emotional baggage. I release everything that diminishes me. So you know what? And I know your chart, Thomas. You have a lot of emotional baggage, and we know you do. So lots of like stuff I think that you just haven't released. That's getting in the way of you being in a happy relationship, a happy marriage, a happy whatever. But I know you have a ton of planets in Vishaka and Libra. So right now, Jupiter is coming into that house of that opportunity to make money, to bring happiness, to bring creativity and all that stuff. I know that. I just know your chart because there's a lot of energy in it. So
there's the card. What does he need? Like an overall, like, what's he written? He's got the alchemy card. What does he need to do to correct this? The alchemy card. This is about everything you can turn to gold, but equally, an alchemist can turn, it can go positive or negative. So it's saying you've got the ability to turn everything in your life to gold for it to be good. But it's in your hands. Depends how you're going to put your energy, positive or negative.
And I think you're walking away from somebody.
Yeah, seems like it.
I mean, there's a lot of walking away here.
Needs to walk away, maybe.
Yeah, somebody needs to leave, roll out on something. Yeah. Let's just check this chat and make sure everything's okay before we hang up. We should, let me just see if anybody else donated, and then we'll just at least pull the cards for them. Just because I don't know if I missed anybody. I just would feel bad.
Have you been at work, as well today?
Oh yeah, I've been up since like 5 a.m. and I had a sales meeting, and then I had to work. Then I had readings. Then I did a show. Now
people say to me, I don't know, I do some things, but I don't know how you do that.
And then tomorrow it's the same exact thing. It's like, I know, and I know like when we do these live readings, it has to be, for me, like I have to be, just not out of my sorts. Okay, let's see. I can't even tell where that whole super thing was. All right. Oh, what's this? Amy. All right. There was a girl that donated earlier, and something about will relationship work. And I don't have the birthdays in here right now, so she wants to know if there's something going on with her and her fiance. I think we should pull some cards, I guess.
Her and her fiance. Okay.
Looks like a strategy.
Wish my rods were here, but they're not here yet. Really? Should be here any day.
So this was for Violet. This was Violet, and I don't have her chart in here. Violet, that's
our fiance, is it?
Yeah, she gave me her fiance. She wrote her fiance's birthday in here, so we'll at least do this for now. I will look at his chart next live reading once I can pull up his birthday.
So first card out is the 5 of Cups, so he's not looking very happy. Does this reflect him? Yes. So this is, I know there's a man on it, but it can indicate a woman, but I feel this is your fiance. Loss, regret, either he can't see the love that's there, or he can't see the goodness at the moment. He's like in his own funk. I don't normally say that expression. He just can't see the positivity shining behind him. But then we've got the wheel. The wheel always turns. If it's not feeling good at the moment, it will, the wheel never stays stuck. I'm gonna draw a few more cards.
So you wanna know what mine is? Oh God. Ready? King of Swords.
I got the King of Swords as well.
Two of Pentacles reversed. The moon, but the moon's delusions. The moon's not a good. Like when
Things aren't clear.
Yeah. When I look at this looks like something I had like lots of readings about recently. Remember how I was getting it?
Yeah.
This looks exactly like what I was getting. The Hermit, the Sun reversed, the Page of Wands, but then the Nine of Swords reversed. But the last card I pulled was this 5, which that's like somebody being left out in the cold.
Yeah.
And then I pulled the strategy. Let's read what this means. But go ahead, Trish. What do you say?
Yeah, I've got similar cards. Well, he's coming out as the King of Swords. The High Priestess saying, listen to your intuition. Violet, this was for Violet Flame, wasn't it? I've got several pages here, so I don't know if they've got children or they're having arguments about children. I don't normally go there about that subject, but...
Oh, look, he's in prison.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. Tyler's tarot. I swear to God, he always talks about relationships, and
no wonder he's feeling like that then.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Well, so you want to know if he's going to get out? Is that what you want to know? All right. Give us his birthday. I'll look at it real quick. What's his birthday again?
I think that first card said it all. I don't think I needed to pull anymore. Sometimes one card can just give you the answer.
What's that?
Well, like if somebody asks you a question like that and you pull that card, that you might not need to really pull anymore. That can just be like, I don't need to go any further. That's how he's feeling. Sometimes
we need his birthday.
Wonder if it's a 5. I didn't realize Adolf Hitler was a 5. I thought oh, I didn't mean that about her partner, by the way. I was just the fact that it's coming up a lot. You see, that's anyway. Any number can be positive or negative, can't it? I've got to keep these notes about Charles. I keep wanting to say Charles Manson.
All right, strategy, upright. This card shows a pen, journal, compass, and key. When you receive this card, it indicates Violet. What is his? Oh, there we go. Hold on. There we go. Okay, August 18th. Oh my gosh, that other guy was August 18th.
Yeah, somebody's got that birthday.
Polanski.
Polanski's born that day, yeah.
Get that memory.
I was just about to say that. That's come out tonight. Where I remember that from. What year is he?
1989. I got it, Z Golden. You don't have to post it 1,000 times. Sorry, I'm a little crabby today. Can you tell?
You're probably tired. Do you know what? I was noticing how many 8s were in his birthday, and then he's a life path number 8.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at this. K2, Sun, Mars, Mercury in the 12th house. This looks like, let's see it.
Money. I wonder if this is over money. She might not want to say that because that's quite personal.
Yeah, I would say.
Because 8's all about power, wealth, money, on the positive.
First of all, I just think you need to, let's just see. This is like somebody harsh. You don't really, I want to say he's in prison for, like, he's got a lot of hostile energy. Like, yeah, he's charismatic. Yeah, he's charming and sweet or whatever, but he's also like, they're
the hardest to live with.
Yeah.
The more rates they've got, the harder it is.
Yeah. And I don't remember your ascendant, but just being honest. It's just, all right, let me read this strategy. So he's an 8, you said?
A double 8 at least. My mother's a 888, just to give you an idea, Heidi.
Yeah. All right. This is all about change. This is all about change. Yeah. I don't know. Let me look. Let me get something else. Hold on. Let me just try another one.
It'd be interesting to see what her life path number is. Did she give her the?
I don't know. Maybe he's getting out because then we just got victory.
Stay optimistic.
But
I don't know, because we don't know how long he's got, what he's gone in for. You know, we could be doing this really.
I mean, yeah, I'll say he probably went in jail. He probably went to jail the past, I mean, a year and a half, could have been there. I mean, he definitely could have been there for a year and a half. Could have been.
He's in a year of endings as well.
I would say money. I think it has to do with money.
I'd be surprised if it's not money.
Embezzling or something. Yeah, but you can't trust somebody like this. This is like, do you want to be married to this person? That's just my question. And this is why I don't give relationship accountability. So like honest to God, I would tell you, I would have a completely different conversation with you off this. I would be like,
I would. I've done so many readings for ladies whose partners are in prison. I'm not judging. And I'll be honest, my ex-husband went to military prison twice, once with me. And, you know, I wasn't going to, and I'm not judging anybody, but I got out.
Okay, Violet is not money. It could be, I mean, it could be freaking drugs, sex trafficking. He's Venus. He's a Venus guy. I mean, it could be anything. It could be DUIs because he's got Venus in the first house. And it could be, I mean, I don't know about this. I wouldn't trust this person as far as I could throw him for a multitude of reasons. Violet, give me your birthday real quick. Your birthday.
Let's put it this way. I know someone recently as well who, and not all 8s are corrupt, by the way, but they can be on the negative side. I know someone who's just got done for selling counterfeit clothing. They were so lucky they didn't go to prison.
I'm going to see this compatibility and just to help you with this because I don't know about this one.
I know we can never tell somebody like don't be with somebody because
He's
that's
got an Aquarius moon. Aquarius is, and he's got moon conjunct Rahu. Moon conjunct Rahu in Aquarius. He's about the most detached human being, changing his mind 24/7. And I really hope he's not watching this, but
yeah.
And it's in the 6th house. Issues with the mother, fighter. I mean, he's violent. This guy's like, he's a fighter.
And the thing that jumped out at me is he couldn't see the positive in that card. Like he'll always be looking at the dark.
Yeah.
Did she give a date of birth? Sorry, I can't see the chat. I tried to get it up. For some reason it wasn't coming up.
Violet is August 14th, 1987.
Oh, she's got a really, yeah, I can see why she's an 11-2 life path number, easily, you know, and this would be way too harsh for someone like her. This will hold her back big time. She's here to bring spiritual enlightenment to the masses. She's a psychic sponge. This person's energy would really, I mean, it affects anybody, but even more so someone like her. You know, they need a very gentle environment at whatever age. Yeah, it's like, I see a lot of 11-2s and 8s together, but I've seen what they go through with them, even ones that haven't gone to, actually I do know someone with someone that he did go to prison and he's an 8. They're the hardest to live with. I will warn you that.
This is not good. You can't be in a relationship with this person. I'm just telling you, it's karmic. It's bad.
And she's in a year 5, which is chaos, change, transformation, chaos.
Yeah, you're too. You can't be with that. I mean, tonight he fights. You two, literally. I mean, it could be fights. You activate each other's 8 and 12. Passionate sex, but it can be crazy, like fights, dangerous, power, controlling.
And that's going to really lower her vibration, whereas she's here to do high vibration things.
And then you're going to get into these relationships with these snaky people. He's got, your 7th house has Sun, Venus, and Mercury in Aslacia, the snake. This means your partner is going to be snaky like this, okay? Somebody that, this could be drugs, poisons, you know, somebody that, this right here is trouble. So you really need to get people screened before you get into relationships, just to make sure they're not like this. Now, down the road, you could meet somebody that's a phenomenal, amazing person that is just a really like an entrepreneur, you know? But right now, I mean, let's just look at the facts. He's in jail, okay? So just calling it like it is. Unless you put him there for something. I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know.
I mean, all the people I've read for, where the man's inside in the UK, I mean, their lives are a mess, and they're sat there they're picking up the pieces. And we can't tell you not to be with someone, but I would, if you were my friend off camera, I'd be saying, get the hell out, because I've been there, done it, got the t-shirt. And it doesn't end well.
And another thing, if you saw this conjunction that he had, this controlling, this, yeah, no, this is
super controlling.
This your moon sits in his 8th house. That's violence. It's good sex, but violence. Then he drains money. Like it could be a 2, that thing. You have, I'm going to tell you this. If you don't, he could just drag you down to, he could be violent. I'm just being honest. Violent temper and not violent, you know, violent temper.
The weaknesses of an 8: workaholic, egotistical, domineering, manipulative, greedy, prone to worry, poverty consciousness, intolerant, superficial, and intimidating. And that is true. I've lived and breathed it.
Look, I have Mars and K2 conjunct in my first house. I'm a nightmare to be in a relationship with. You just have to add to that Mars, K2, Sun, and something else. And then he is a moon at conjunct Rahu. This is not good. Not good.
It's interesting, actually. A lot of, I should think all life path members can go to prison, but I'm thinking about it. I do know of a lot of 8s that have. And it's all through like fraudulent.
Yeah, I know you're tough, but you're not like him. And you're a Capricorn ascendant, you're tough, yeah. But I'm going to say this. There's stuff about him that you probably.
What I would say to somebody is, why? Out of self-love, why would you put yourself through that low vibration?
Yeah.
I would ask myself, well, the thing is, I didn't see it until I had my son, and then that gave me the kick up the backside to, you know, love is blind.
Yeah. And this is karmic. I'm sure, you know, this is this way, but I can tell you every person I gave to Joni for me to screen, no, justice reversed. I don't think he's even getting out of jail. Okay. So I'm Joni Patry, every reading I've sent her so many different guys, and every one of them were always like, no, he's bad. She was right about every one of them. The 8th house moon aspects are the worst, literally, because it's really passionate, great sex, everything's passionate, everything's wonderful. But then it's like too good. And then it turns and it gets really destructive. So it's not good.
Because life path 11-2s as well are not meant, they like to be in partnerships. They want to be in a couple. What if he comes out again and does it again and he goes for a longer term? You're going to be on your own.
Yeah.
But we can't tell her what to do, but we can only advise.
All right, Jamie, this is the last one. Jamie, because he donated. And
I'm thinking you more than me, because like we started earlier for me.
This is the last one. Last one, I promise.
Last one.
Okay?
I'm going to put my foot down, Heidi.
I wish I turned this thing. I wish I knew how to turn this damn super chat thing off. But
can you turn it off? Right.
Can't even get to my page where I can access it to see the birthdays because I didn't do something right. All right. Jamie, this is for Jamie.
Is this a male Jamie or a female?
It's a male.
What's he want to know?
I don't know. Let's see what it says. Can you pull 2 cards for me? This Violet is saying that they're awesome for each other. Okay. Well, okay. Let's see what happens in a year or 2. I mean, I'm just saying it's not awesome. Trust me. This is not an awesome relationship. It's
This
not.
is where, and like, no disrespect to her.
Yeah. Unless your
I
times
don't
are
get
wrong, then
I don't know how. You have to be on the same vibration as somebody like that to think that's awesome. I don't get it, but that's her choice. We can't change
yeah, unless you guys were like, what is it?
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, they like killed each other and both in prison together. Okay. You know, that's a different story, but I just don't see that. Okay. All right, Jamie. God, what the hell? Oh. Jamie, give me your time and city, please, too. I'm dealing with that.
This just shows how passionate you are, or we are, about what we do. Especially you know, I think you're more passionate than I am. I thought I was passionate.
This is the last one, Jamie. No more. May 20th, 1974. Look, Jeff said the rod says she should run away fast. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
20th of May, what? Sorry, 70?
1974, May 20th. Yeah.
Yeah, if I had my rods here, because my pendulum doesn't show it as well on camera, because I've got to prop my arm up. I don't even need to dowse with the pendulum to answer that.
She said, no way, Jeff. Are you kidding me? See? All right. It's coming from 3 sources. We're usually right on, too. Just so you know.
Yeah, but you think like the Cray twins, and you get people that are like gangsters in the UK, the women waited for them to come out and adored them. So maybe she has some karmic, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you might, you know what? You might be attracted to that snaky sales guy. I mean, is what it is.
I just wanted better. And I'll be honest, I didn't want that for my life. I wanted better than that.
I went through a weird stage like that. Then you realize, like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Brains.
I thought the sunshine out of my ex-husband's backside for a while, and then I saw the light.
He said, totally serious, Violet. I just ran it through all 4 sets I just made. All right. God, this chart beat Jamie. Oh my God, this could be anyone. This is like the craziest energy of charts today.
Well, we were looking at Charles Manson earlier.
Charles Manson has really brought up some beasts here. Okay, Jamie, I'm going to say real quick. You're a Taurus ascendant, K2 Mercury Sun in the 1st house. This is like, you're my opposite sign, and you have K2 Sun and Mercury in the 1st house. This is like a mess. You're a mess like me, but you might be a little more messy than, like, you're a mess on different levels. Issues in relationships, you're more like, I would say you worry about money, power, control, you know, all this crazy stuff. But you're really psychic. You're very creative. Yeah, you could be an actor. You have a nice soft side, Venus in Revity. Oh my God, this is kind of weird, actually.
Oh, the cards I pulled out, they're not great.
What?
I'd say, well, so the lead, can I just quickly do the numerology, or were you still going?
Go ahead, keep going. Go, just do some numerology.
So they're a leader, not a follower. So need to be either their own boss, self-employed. They won't like to take orders from anyone else. You know, but we need leaders in this world. So if you're not self-employed, you probably really need to be. You've got a 2 birthday, so you have got a sensitive, intuitive side. This is just literally a snippet. A 7 attitude number, the same as me. So you'll be taking in everything about everyone else. They won't know it. You'll be checking everybody out. And you'll know when people are lying to you. So you're like myself in a year 8. This is aiming as high as you can. You have the potential until May next year to really hit the big time in your career. I don't know what this, but do you know what this person does?
No, I would say he could either do something with finances, money, Critica. He could be like something with business.
Yeah, I mean, an entrepreneur, you know, ones are entrepreneurs.
He even could be a financial analyst.
Military, you know, one's a military leader, just leaders in everything, military leader.
He could totally be like a cop, law enforcement.
But look at these cards. Look at that, the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Swords. You need a break. You need a holiday. You need to meditate.
Look, I see this.
self-imposed prison. You feel like you're in prison.
Yep.
Oh, you got the Four of Swords as well, look.
Yep. Reverse. King of Pentacles, reverse. The Hermit, upright. But I would say there's a relationship that you, looks like a relationship. And you have a lot of messed up relationships. So seriously, you have K2 in the first house like me. You're always going to have issues in relationships. K2's in Mrigashira. You're always going to be searching. You're, this is, and you're critical, you're judgmental. You are, you're one of perfection. It's like.
One's our perfectionist. Yeah.
It's like, and quite honestly,
I'd say, and I've got the Devil card, be careful of like going to relationships for the wrong reasons. The addictive side of, instead of for, love and rather than lust. Yeah.
Also, another thing, when you have Saturn and Mars, and this is also somebody that could just be like a web designer, computer designer, engineer, designer, second house.
Anything, yeah, an inventor.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. Because you have a creative, really, Venus in Revity in the 11th house. Even you would be a really good photographer. Like there's something mystical and spiritual that you want to do. Your moon's in Barini in the 12th house, which is very psychic, healing. You might even be a doctor, quite honestly. Doctor.
I'm just thinking of the number ones I've known that I've dated, the rural electricians.
Interesting.
And there were different star signs.
You're in a relationship bind, I would say, because it keeps coming out.
Yeah, the eight of swords. Look self, and even if you're male, that could be you. Just because it's a female, it's just the imagery of in a self-imposed prison. You think you can't get out, but you can.
Yeah. And on the positive side, well, right now you have Saturn just went into your 8th house. It could have to do with money. So be cautious with money. Like this could be a money, situation with an ending.
They really need to be aiming on their career in a year 8. I don't know if that comes in their chart.
Yeah, I mean, it's the 8th house. The Saturn's, it just went into its 8th house. What's the 8th house? Control, surrender, manipulation, scandals, uncovering endings, secrets, occult. Now, if you're a surgeon, it's going to be great, so big change will be coming your way. All tied up. This is the card.
Wow. And that's the same thing, really. Look.
Yeah. I haven't even ever seen, I don't think I've ever, well, maybe I have 23.
I think that came out reversed for somebody. It's so cool, isn't it? It did.
Oh, God. He was a surgical technician. That's crazy is that surgery and electrician technician. Makes sense. See? Upright. Situation seems that you're very stuck. A major drama may be going on around you, stopping from you moving forward, or maybe some technicalities are blocking your way. Perhaps you're waiting on a contract to be signed or an agreement to be made. Actually, Taurus could be changing jobs, actually. That's true. Job change. Whatever's holding things up, restrictions may be feeling quite oppressive. This isn't technically the case for you. What's tying you up is your own personal stuff. Look at your life and see how you can be your own jailer. Are you tying yourself up in emotional angst or a negative habit or you refuse to deal with? If so, it's time to cut the vines and make some serious changes now. You needn't to live in your self-imposed jail any longer. And actually you do that because you like your space, you like your isolation. You should just watch all my videos. Everything I talk about myself, how crazy my relationships are, you're going to feel the same way.
And number ones like 7s can isolate themselves and they have to be careful of that. 1s and 7s do go well together actually because they understand each other. That space they need.
And you need some enlightenment. I think you need to meditate.
Well, that is, to me, it showed they needed a break. That 4 of Swords, we both got that. They need a holiday, a break, meditation.
Yeah. One more.
That is this the Scorpio side?
The non-stop, just can't stop because I'm on. Why not? Keep going.
Is that the Scorpio thing?
Well,
That's the Scorpio side of you.
Probably. Trisha, what do you think about Prince Harry's new girl and future?
Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
I don't really know a lot about it. We talked about this a while ago, didn't we?
I think it sucks. I don't think it's a good idea. That's my opinion.
It's a strange, do you know, because years ago, Prince Andrew wanted to marry Koo Stark and apparently was forbidden from marrying her.
Really?
For something she'd done in a magazine, which these days probably was nothing. And he was stopped from marrying her, and it was like the love of his life, Koo Stark.
Yeah.
He went on to marry, what was her name? Sarah Ferguson. But he was stopped from marrying her just because of something she did in a magazine. She was like a model, you know. Yeah. And I don't think it was that seedy compared to like what they're doing these days. And Meghan Markle, she's an actress, though, isn't she? Harry's a 1. He's a leader, not a follower. I can't remember what she is. I did look. Well, I've got the lovers.
Mr. Ron Power, you need to regain your strength.
Are we talking about Meghan Markle here still, or somebody else?
No, I just pulled somebody in there because he gave his birthday. Mr. Ron Power, you need to regain your strength.
Let me look at Meghan Markle's. Isn't Google?
Skies above. You need to work on your craft.
Isn't it just... I did look at this before, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, she's got the same birthday as Lewis's ex-girlfriend. She's 8, 9, 10.
Eric, I think you're working too hard. Oh my God. Yes.
I think she's a 22-4. Interesting. Yeah, and Harry's a 1.
Really? I thought I would like him.
He's really nice. I like him.
I don't trust anybody anymore after watching all the freaking reptilian crap or whatever. Like with all that stuff, I can't trust any of it.
It's difficult though, isn't it? Because like, what if we've just been, they're trying to brainwash us to think that all this reptilian thing is a thing and then it's not. Because
sometimes we have to think realistically. Can we really think everybody is bad? I mean, we have to, you know.
Because when I start to hear all this reptilian stuff and MK Ultra, I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but you can start to think that everything is negative and corrupt.
Yes.
And in the UK, you don't hear of it as much as in America. It must be more of a thing in America. Yeah. Or it's just not widely talked about in the UK. David Icke, I mean, have you ever watched his stuff?
Yes.
I mean, he talks about that big time.
Here and Now, Harrisburg.
He's a 5 like Rex as well. He's using his voice to...
Here and Now, you are stuck in an emotional prison about a relationship. And I suggest you do what the Chariot says to do, whatever that means. Help me out. So the Chariot is your last card, which is good, but you're in I think a big kind of bind in a relationship.
The Chariot's can literally mean a car in modern days, but it's about keeping things in line, moving forward, driving forwards, but you're holding the reins. It's the Cancer card as well. That's what I wanted to ask you. In Western astrology, there's a star sign to the cards. Is there in Vedic?
So say that again.
In Western astrology, you know, like the Devil card is the Capricorn card, and I have only learned that through like Western astrology. Yeah. In Vedic, do they have a star sign for certain cards?
Well, I would say that would be the same because you still have the Capricorn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just curious. Yeah, just curious.
Yeah. So this other person said, "Will you pull a card, Calvin? Calvin, you need a rest, okay? And then something is going on with money. I don't really know what this is all about, but you need a rest. And I think
working too hard.
Yeah, this looks kind of nice. Maybe you in a relationship, you and somebody. I mean, this could be maybe you're working too hard in a relationship. You need to take a rest.
I keep pulling this card. Look at that.
Yeah, you need to take a rest. I think What is going on with these people with the relationships?
Look at the 5 of Cups. I've pulled that again.
Ace of Pentacles. There's lots of money here. Judgment. I mean, there's big things going on with you, I think. Door to personal healing and happiness. That looks positive. So maybe you're healing over a relationship. Or maybe something. I mean, I just think you need to rest.
Like Heidi.
Like me. Yeah. I think you need to read. I need to get some advice regarding a relationship. All right. One last card. Luke. Oh gosh. Luke. It's a mess. I mean, it is. Devil. I mean, it's Judgment. King of Swords reversed. I think everybody in this chat room, everybody needs to clean house. Like everybody in this chat room, if you're asking,
it's like stage your relationships.
This is a clean house. Time to dump everybody for the holidays. Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving. What is it? What day is it? 23rd. You've got Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I have readings all day. I'm not the thing. I'm a Scrooge. Heidi, I'm trying to decide if I file divorce. I'm going to take a guess. It's yes. All right. Let's see. No, actually, I don't think you should. Oh, yep, you should. Yes, you should. It's endings. See, you guys do not, he said same cards as last time. Okay, so that's exactly, that's what that means. I think everybody in here, if you're in doubts, it means leave. That's my message to you. Right now, look, that is what it's, let me just put the cards aside right now, okay?
If you're questioning something, then there's clearly something not right. You don't question a happy relationship.
Right now, this is just, attachment, contracts. Yeah, there's a big mess going on with relationships right now with a lot of people. This is not just one person.
With the Mercury retrograde, I'm sorry, I'm banging on about it again. Would that have anything to do with it, this Mercury retrograde we're in the shadow of? Or not?
Oh, yeah. So Mercury retrograde is about to come up. So let's talk about that. So Mercury retrograde is going to come up, bring people back from your past to make you confused, to maybe just throw up some shambles. But regardless, like, there's so much heavy energy right now. It is just not in Western way. It is Vedic way. There is. I mean, it's just right now, everybody's being tested with the outer planets. There is. Watch Magic Mike. I always watch him. He talks about like Neptune and Pluto, and he's always saying now, right now he said such good points with Neptune and everything. It's making you have somebody that shows up in your life, and then you'll kind of like hang around to see which one you want, you know, to give you that test. And, you know, I'm not dealing with this obviously, but I can tell you that everybody that I like do readings for, there's something like, not everybody, but a lot of times there are these situations going on right now. So, you know, and if it's not that, it's them getting their goals met and doing stuff like that. So right now, it's like the clean house. You know, we just made it a switch. We have all these changes happening. And right now it's just, everybody needs to think, relax, rest. That's the card that keeps popping up. Right. And this is just for the chat here. You know, I think relaxing, just calming down, get yourself out of these emotional prisons. Like, and look, everybody in here, all these readings we did, everybody in here 100% is warriors, you know, worry. We all are, because we're all investigators. So when you know stuff, you know, you just don't want to make sure you do. There's all this Virgo energy in here. Virgos don't want to make the wrong decision. You know, you're going to list a bunch of reasons why you hate him and list a bunch of things why you should be with him. So the point is, yeah, this is bad. Look what I just got for the whole thing for everybody. This was my intention. I mean, couldn't be any more clear. Like, that's everybody in here. Bon voyage to all those shitty relationships. Okay, that's what needs to go.
Even I've just drawn 3 cards and they're all reversed.
And I mean, it's oh my God, and look. I mean, crazy.
I don't think we need
to clean house. That's my message. Eliminating.
Let's pull an oracle card to finish. Like, what's the message for everybody?
Yeah, good
From
idea.
our cards. So what does everybody need to know? Break free. Look at that. You couldn't bloody, oh, excuse me. You couldn't make it up. Break free.
Victory reverse. Oh God, here we go.
Try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. There is a book meaning to this, but I think this speaks volumes. You don't need the book meaning.
I think we need to know what victory reverse means.
Dive out of those murky waters. Get out of, just break free.
Victory reverse. The victory reverse signals a delay or reversal in a hoped for outcome. So for everybody hoping that I would say that, that you should stay in those relationships, no. Success, external relationships, whether it's personal change or external achievement. Success may have been eluding for you at some point, but don't despair. You need to restructure things, reevaluate or release one specific outcome and set your sights on another. Whatever's going on externally, remember that I don't even know what this is, or peaceful surrender can often be your biggest victory of all. And honestly, empowerment. Okay, so everybody needs to just get the strength to move along. Okay, let's just do that.
Yeah.
We are going to end it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody in here, if you had a question about a relationship,
and it's 3:30. I'm thinking of the double figures here. 3:30. Like I just looked at the clock. Oh, what time is it? 3:30. My battery's at 30%. 3:33.
That's
endings.
Ending. Yeah. Release, and it's 3:30. So Trisha needs to end this podcast so she can sleep.
Well, I wasn't meaning that, but I mean, it's just the fact I looked, and today and yesterday, every time I look at the clock, it's been double, triple figures. Every single time.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yep. Come on, guys. Let's get out of these emotional prisons. At least it's upright. Okay. But the positive side is it's very clear. Okay. The message is pretty clear.
Yeah.
Anybody in this that had a question, you need to end the relationship. Very simple. And that is the advice. And I think I couldn't say it any clearer. All right. So we'll be back on Friday. Trisha is going to come on here regularly with me too. So
do you want me on Friday?
Yeah.
Should we ask this live?
Yeah. We'll come on Friday. We'll do Friday too. So absolutely. I'm doing a show with Jenny at some point. Maybe we'll figure it out. So yeah, Friday is going to be, maybe Heidi will pull a card for the chat before she goes to bed. I already pulled a card for the chat. I pulled 1,000 cards for the chat.
Yeah.
Everybody in here needs to move on. I get the whole message. Yeah. And make sure everybody's subscribed, please, to the channel. And I'm close to 5,000. It would be nice to get 5,000.
That's spooky because I'm nearly at 5,000. I think so. I need to get my YouTube channel going.
My goal is now 10 for the end of the year, which I don't think is going to happen. I have this mind thing with.
Yours has definitely grown since I've been watching.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Heidi.
I'm just going to end it, but stay on.
Yeah.
Oh. This is nuts. I can't even figure out where the end button is. No, it's not end yet. So wait.
I could still with.
Where's oh, here it is. It's up here. Stop. Oh my God.
We're in prison.
Somebody's in there.